All right, so have you ever had one of those brilliant app ideas, but then you hit a wall? The coding wall. Yeah, you're definitely not alone. But what if that whole roadblock just vanished? Look, we're not talking about AI that just spits out a pretty web page anymore. No, this is a whole new ballgame. We're diving into a new class of tools that can take a simple idea, your idea, and turn it into a real, working, fully deployed application. So let's get into it. Welcome to the world of Agentic AI Builders. So, what's the big problem these tools are actually trying to solve? Well, picture this. You've got this game-changing idea for an app. You know it could work. But you're not a full-stack developer. Maybe you're a wizard with back-end logic, but the moment you think about user interfaces, your brain just kind of shuts down. This is a super common hurdle for creators all over the world. And this quote right here, it just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly captures that feeling of frustration. You know, the choice used to be pretty brutal. Either you spend weeks, maybe even months, grinding to learn a whole new skill, or you have to find the money to hire someone. The quote says it all. I do not have a front-end background. Instead of spending weeks learning UI frameworks, I started using tools like Agentic Website Builders. And just like that, a third door opens up, and it's changing everything.
So, this is the million-dollar question, right? We've had website builders for ages. What's so different this time around? What does this word agentic actually mean when we're talking about building software? Let's unpack that.
Okay, so this isn't about generating some static cookie-cutter template. An agentic builder is more like having a new member on your dev team. Seriously, it's not just a tool you use, it's a collaborator. You give it the high-level vision, the big idea, and then it just goes to work, autonomously handling all the nitty-gritty interconnected steps to actually bring that vision to life. And this definition really lays it all out. Think of an agentic builder as a full-stack developer in a box. You just describe what you want, in plain English, and it figures out the rest. We're talking the user interface, the server-side code, how to store the data, and it even pushes it live to the internet for you. It's the whole shebang. And because of that, the whole workflow becomes insanely simple. Step 1, you just describe your app. No code, just words. Step 2, the AI gets to work. And get this, it's not just writing code, it's actually testing it, finding bugs, and fixing them on its own. And then step 3, you deploy your finished app, usually with just one click. It's an incredible accelerator. Okay, so now that we've got a handle on what we're actually looking for, let's meet the contenders. We're going to break down the top 5 players in this brand new space. And you'll see each one has its own unique flavor, its own philosophy. Really, each one's built for a different kind of creator. First on our list is Replit Agent. Now, if you've ever used Replit, that super popular online coding environment, think of this as its supercharged AI brain. It's built to create complex, fully functioning apps from scratch, right inside that same development environment you might already be comfortable with. So what makes this one special? The raw autonomy. It's wild. Replit Agent can literally act like a user, clicking around your app to find things that are broken, and then fix them by itself. It can work for up to 200 minutes. That's over 3 hours, without you having to do a thing. And those checkpoints are a lifesaver. They're basically a safety net, so you can always rewind if the AI starts going off in a weird direction. Next up, we've got Lovable, and its whole vibe is versatility. See, it gets that sometimes you want an AI that just goes off and builds stuff for you, but other times you need a smart partner to bounce ideas off of and debug with. Lovable is made to flip between those two roles seamlessly. This dual mode thing gives you a ton of flexibility. You pop it in agent mode and it's totally hands-off. It just builds. But then you can switch to chat mode and suddenly it's your collaborator. You can plan new features, troubleshoot tricky problems, all just by talking to it. And the fact that it can browse the web for documentation or images, that's a huge time saver. All right, number 3 is Bolt.new. And this one takes a really cool hybrid approach. You work with it in a chat window, but, and this is the key part, it gives you full access to all the code it writes in a real code editor right in your browser. So you get the ease of a conversation, but also the total control of being able to get your hands dirty with the code. The big standout here, cross-platform development. You can describe an idea just one time and get both a web app and a mobile app out of it. That's huge. And with Bolt Cloud, you don't have to worry about all the back-end headaches. It handles your database, hosting, domains, all of it. You're not stuck trying to duct tape 5 different services together just to get your app online. Let's talk about V0. This one comes from the team at Vercel. And if you know anything about modern web development, you know they're a huge deal. Their focus is crystal clear. If you want to build beautiful, modern, production-ready user interfaces right out of the gate, V0 is an absolute beast. And yeah, it's incredible at creating those slick front-end UIs using all the latest tech. But it's not just a pretty face. It also handles the back-end logic to make it all work. The automated diagnostics feature is like having an AI co-pilot that catches your mistakes before you do. And of course, being from Vercel, the one-click deployment is famously smooth and ready to scale. And last but not least, we have hosting our horizons. Now, its angle is a little different. This is really for the entrepreneur, the person who wants to launch a whole online business, not just an app. It's an all-in-one package designed to get you from just an idea to a live product that can make money with as few steps as possible. The keyword here is out of the box. You don't have to figure out how to wire up payments or set up user accounts because it's all just there. It's built right in. It even thinks about stuff like SEO from the very beginning. This is really that idea to business in a box. Okay, whoa, that was a lot of info. So how in the world do you pick the right one for you? Let's just boil this all down into a super quick showdown to help you pinpoint the perfect tool for whatever it is you're trying to build. This makes it so much simpler. Look, if you want that single, powerful workspace for absolutely everything, coding, testing, deploying, you're looking at Replit Agent. If your goal is to quickly shape a full product with a flexible AI partner, Lovable is going to be your best friend. Want that AI assistant inside a real code editor so you have maximum control? That's Bolt.new. For all the design-focused folks who need to ship beautiful modern UIs like yesterday, you go with V0. And finally, if you're not just building an app, but launching a whole business and need it all handled for you, hosting our horizons is the... So what does this all add up to? What does this mean for the future of, well, making stuff? It's pretty clear that the job of a creator is changing, and fast. We're moving away from being the ones who have to lay every single brick by hand, and we're becoming the architects who design the whole building, with these AI agents acting as our super capable, tireless construction crew. And that's really the thought I want to leave you with. When the barrier to creating powerful, complex software gets this low, the only real limit is our own imagination. As AI makes this leap from being a simple assistant to becoming a true creative partner, an architect for our wildest ideas, what incredible new things will we finally be able to build? What will you